Hello, everyone. My name is Cassandra Servin, and I am the Service Officer and Expansion Chair for this semester. I initiated fall 2019, and fun fact about me, I am a power dancer. And I will pass it off to Jessica.
Hi everyone, my name is Jessica Monsivais. I am this semester's new member educator, standards officer, and publicity chair. I initiated spring 2016 at SMU and I transferred to UTD last fall. Well, last fall. A fun fact about me is, an embarrassing fun fact about me is that a few years ago, I was Uber's in Texas. I was one of Texas' top Uber users, and so that's what stopped me from Ubering. I will pass this on to Carol.
Hi everyone, my name is Carol Magallanes. I'm currently a senior at UTD studying psychology and child development. I am KDChi's academic officer. I initiated this past semester, so fall 2020. One fun fact about me, I don't know, I'm 23 and I still wear kid size for shoes. So yeah, I'll go ahead and pass it on to Mercedes.
Hello everyone, my name is Mercedes Rodriguez and I am currently the Secretary and Alumni Chair for KDChi. I also initiated with Carol this past fall, so whoop, fall class. One fun fact is that I went to high school in Germany, and I will pass it off to Liz.
Hey everyone, my name is Liz. I am currently a senior studying biology, and I initiated fall 2018, and I currently serve as a special project chair. And a fun fact about me, I once drove 11 hours to watch the total solar eclipse in 2017. So it was worth it. And I will pass it to Sam.
Hi everyone, my name is Samantha. Well, I go by Sam, but it's Samantha Ramirez. I'm a junior studying biology, and I'm also getting my teaching certificate in science. I also initiated fall 20, and I am the historian / chaplain and the social chair this semester. One fun fact about me is I have 3 Rottweilers, and they're my babies. I will pass it on to Anna.
Hi everyone, I am Anna Grimaldo. I am the risk manager and treasurer for KDChi this semester. I am a senior for software engineering. And a fun fact about me, I like to write music, so that's a fun fact about me. So, yeah. Oh, and I guess I'll pass it on to Jackie.
Hello everyone, my name is Jacqueline, and I am currently the Vice President for KDChi. I initiated 2019 with Anna Cassandra, and a fact about me is that I enjoy tutoring, and I'm not sure who else is not really I guess Jessica, you can take it.
Well, thank you everyone for watching this. These are some of our lovely sisters, and this is just a little Q&A session for you to get to know us, and this is where we'll answer some of your most frequently asked questions. So enjoy, and I will pass this off to Cassandra to get us started.
Okay, so the first frequently asked question that we get is, why did we choose KDChi? What exactly attracted us to KDChi? So I'll answer first, and then I'll let any other one of our sisters answer as well. But for me personally, I really loved KDChi from the start. One, the colors pink and maroon are just very beautiful together. And secondly, since, you know, the booth, when I approached them, they are very approachable, they're very outgoing, very nice. And then as I went to the events, it showed that they really cared not just of you becoming a sister, but they really cared about you finding your home away from home. They really cared about, you know, you getting something out of KDChi, whether that's, you know, getting sisters, whether that's getting that professional experience, networking, or whether it's just, you know, having a group of girls who can relate to you on a personal level, whether it's through cultural or like college, because we're all there together. Does anyone else want to answer this question?
So the reason that I rushed KDChi, it was just a lot of signs that kind of like built up. When I first saw KDChi, I saw a friend that from high school that I hadn't talked to in a long while, and that's actually why I approached, just to say hi to her. But then everybody else started talking to me while I was waiting, and then I found out that one of them is related to a first grade teacher, and so then just from there we all really got to know each other, and they all were really friendly. And I wasn't able to rush when I first met them, but they really made sure to like maintain a relationship with me, and not even that, just a friendship. And they just like, they always made it very clear, like whether or not like you do go KDChi, like you'll always have a friend in us. And it was really just that the fact that they genuinely wanted to get to know me, and they genuinely wanted to be friends with me. And just all the love and support that I saw within the chapter, but also from their alumna, like now our alumna, was just very genuine and real. And that's what really attracted me to KDChi. Anyone else?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and answer it too. So the reason I chose KDChi, well, first of all, I work with the Department of Community Engagement at UT Dallas. And when I first started working there, I made a friend. She's my coworker, and she was she was really smart. She was like really into her studies, really into getting her hours at work. She was very social. She was very positive and like very like motivational about everything, like everything. I completely love her. So I came to find out that she was part of KDChi, and she's the one that kind of like dragged me in it a little bit. And then I realized that that's how everyone is. You know, you just surround yourself with girls that have the same goals as you, that focus on their studies, that focus on like working, on getting their hours at work, and that we all have the same goal, which is just to be successful. And like Jessica said, like it's so much full of love. It's so full of support. Like I saw it like when I was rushing. I immediately saw that. So that is why I chose KDK.
Yes, thank you, Carol and Jessica, for sharing. So our next question is, what is a memorable event, KDChi, or even your favorite memory? And I'll direct this to Liz, since she's one of the ones who's been here at UTD the longest, so she probably has a lot of memories.
Yes, I do have many favorite memories, but among the top ones, I really like this one time that my big Leslie, she took care of me when I was sick. Literally, I was in her bed and she was bringing me like snacks. I'm not gonna say the reason why I was sick, but I was sick. And she brought me snacks, she brought me water, she made sure I was fine and like hydrated. She let me play with her dog to like chew me up and everything. And I was there for like 5 or 6 hours, probably the whole day, probably, but she took care of me like I was her baby, and it was one of the best memories. Um, a second favorite memory I would say is just being able to have like our hangouts, our sisterhood together when we do like retreats, and we would just have fun. And I just like getting to know the sisters here, and just being able to share life experiences and share what we're going through, what we're not going through, and just in general have fun. And yeah.
And kind of to just reiterate what Liz just said, you know, that's something definitely that stood out to me with KDChi is just the community element inside of that. And, you know, I necessarily don't have just one favorite memory of mine, like ultimate memory. I would just say it's just really the community, all the hangouts, all of the events we host, showcase would be one of like the top ones there. And even like service like events that we host and just really getting to further meet people and get to know each other and just like Liz said, it's just really get to know them, kind of their struggles, what they're going through at that moment. So just kind of that involvement in that community would be great.
I can definitely relate with Liz because there was a day that I got drenched in rain and Corinne let me stay at her apartment on campus with tea and blankets and let me get warmed up because I had to stay on campus all day. So definitely that sisterhood bond that Liz and Jackie were talking about is definitely present at our chapter here at UTD. Okay, so our next question is, what is the best part of KDChi? So it's a little bit similar, but I will let, let's say Anna, I'm gonna have Anna to this question. But best part of KDChi, it can be something similar to a memory, or it can be anything in terms of like what KDChi is about.
So there's a lot of great things about KDChi. One is that you get to see like everyone's quality shine through by seeing like what niche they fall into in the sorority. You know, you see who the planners are, you see who like the like decorators and who like the more analytic people are. So that's one of my favorite parts, just kind of like sitting back and like watching what people want to succeed in and like seeing them succeed, not just in the sorority, but then also like out in the real world. That's one of, it's just like satisfying to me. And then the other best part is just like you get to make really good friends, you get to open up to people and meet different kinds of girls. There's definitely not a stereotype for KDChi, and it's great. It's very open and welcoming to any kind of girl, regardless of your like degree or what your personality is. So it's definitely like a really nice open venue where any kind of girl can still like succeed, not just in school, but also in like her networking and have like things that she can look back and be proud on. So it's just a fun journey that people can take.
So one of the best things that I've actually seen come out of KDChi has been some of the support systems that I've developed even in just not even like 6 months of being a member. I mean, even from the very first meeting that I went to before I was even considering rushing, like I felt like these girls genuinely like cared about me regardless of if I went KDChi or not. They very much cared about my academics and kind of just my overall successes in life and making sure that I was okay as an individual, but also academically. And that very much deepens as you get to know and learn more about the sorority, but also just as you enrich some of the relationships that you make throughout this semester.
Thank you, Mercedes and Anna, for sharing. Does anyone else want to add on before I move on? Okay. So our next question is, what are some of the things KDChi does that you value or appreciate? Sam, would you like to take this one on?
Yes, of course. Last semester we, in our class, we did our community science project, and I honestly feel like that's like the thing that had the biggest effect on me, just because like I was able to actually go and physically like take things to where we were taking these supplies to. And it's just like I felt like I was actually making a difference, and I felt like I was doing something to help out, even if it was just a little bit. Like I know I made a difference in someone's life with our little service project that we did. And so I feel like that's like one of the like amazing things that we do, is just like we can, get together and support each other to do community service.
I might be biased because I am service officer, but I definitely love all the service opportunities that we've done. This like my first year as a member before I became service officer. I definitely loved like the blankets. I loved I think my semester when I rushed, we went to a little nonprofit organization and we were separating back to school supplies and like counting them all up. And I just thought it was very wholesome and I really enjoyed it, which is part of the reason why I was like, no, like service officer is mine. Like I want to be service officer because I just love that KDChi is a service-based organization and just how it really shows in everything that we do.
I can go next. So another thing that I really love that I get from KDChi is just all the inspiration and just motivation from like all my sisters and even like sisters that I personally haven't met. I know that like throughout my entire time with KDChi, just been really, I've seen sisters do such amazing things. I've seen them um, across so many boundaries, and like I've seen them open up their own businesses. I've seen them do just amazing things and travel the world and do X, Y, and Z. And it helps so much, especially as first generation and women of color, to see other women doing amazing things. And yeah, they're everywhere, but it's so hard to find nowadays. And just to have that group where you very much see it every day, it's amazing and inspiring, and it just makes you want to do more. And it also just kind of validates your feelings, and it's like, oh, like she's doing it and she's doing such a great job, and like like she's doing it, and B, like I can literally like ask her for help or for advice, and it's such an amazing support group and such an amazing group to just like be a part of and see like all that we can achieve. Yeah. So yeah, that's my.
Yeah, I totally agree. Next question is, what are the benefits of KDChi? And I will direct this to Jackie.
I had a feeling. Background of me, I'm a business major, so obviously I'll take that one. And something that I definitely appreciate that I gain out of KDChi is just the professional development and all of the leadership opportunities within the organization. And me personally being a business major, and I would call myself a leader. And as vice president, I definitely have learned so much, grown so much. I have led all of these amazing women within their communities and implement all of these events that you see, like mission events, service events, all of the events that we host. So that would be something I definitely appreciate. But on top of that, it has been amazing seeing all of the newly initiated sisters, kind of how they come, I guess, initially, like first how we see them, and then watch them kind of grow and develop as they move on. So that's something definitely that I love seeing, and the reason that I enjoy being a part of this organization is I get to see them grow, and I get to be a mentor to them.
Yeah, I definitely agree with the whole, like there's many leadership positions here and totally there's a lot of room for growth, whether you hold a position, whether you hold a chair, or you're just a regular sister who doesn't have positions. Like regardless, you're still going to grow because everyone, plays a big factor into how we function as an organization as a whole. And it really shows and I think this past year we've definitely grown significantly as a chapter, and it has shown because we're all surrounded by people who are like, no, like we want to get this done, we have deadlines, and like it when one person is very like motivational and very like like by the book, like it pushes you to like, oh, like I need to do my part, like I need to push myself too. And it's just very beneficial to be like around so many people who are very like empowering and very like businessy, and again, we come from different backgrounds, so it's like very beneficial to like see us all come together in terms of like KDChi and things like that. Yes.
Okay. Another thing I like that about KDChi is that it's not just business now. Like we do have events that are like self-care and like your mental health, and especially with like COVID-19 and people having to stay at home with their families or maybe being isolated if they live alone or whatever. It's also been like a great support system for people. So it's not just business and just like go-getter girls or our people who like we need to take our breaks and we want to acknowledge that you need to take your breaks. It's not just that we want to be like power hungry women. Everyone is super supportive and everyone is trying their best. So that's one of the really good things about KDChi. It's like a very wholesome, motivational way. So it's not just like pressure to be like picture perfect. So that's one of the great benefits of KDChi that you can like look forward to if you do plan on rushing.
Okay, and thank you again, Anna and Jackie, for sharing. Okay, so our next question is going to be, I'm going to switch the order, but our next question is going to be, how do you balance KDChi with school, work, life, things like that? And Jessica, I will direct this question to you.
Hi. So if anyone out there knows me, knows that I am crazy really busy. I do a million things a day, but it can be done. So honestly, it's just about planning ahead of time and just like scheduling yourself out, and not just like scheduling like, okay, I need to do KDChi, I need to do work here, and I do school here. It's about giving yourself like your own time, even if you think that you don't have time for that. That's been like my biggest lesson over the years, just that you like an axe is not gonna be as sharp and as effective as it is if you don't take the time to sharpen it. And it's the exact same thing with yourself and your mind. You need to just set aside a time for you and your mental health and to do something fun for yourself, because otherwise burnout is real. And as much as like you're being effective for 2-3 weeks, it always catches up to you. Unfortunately, I've been there. A lot of people have been there. So it's honestly just about knowing your limits and like also placing boundaries. And it's also very important to learn this now, because going into the workplace, that's a very important thing to do and to place, because in the future, like it's you won't you want to place boundaries like, this is work, this is family, this is my travel, my future time. So it's honestly just really, really good to learn how to do that now, and to just, yeah, learn how to separate your time, to just to have all of your priorities done, and just give yourself space that and just freedom to not complete everything on your list. Just like prioritize your most important things, and it's okay if you don't get everything done. Just and communicate, above all communicate, let people know your boundaries, or let people know that you need help. Honestly, that's been a tough one for me to learn, but with my sisters, that's been an amazing support system. Like when I know I'm running out of time and I can't get something done, I just reach out to somebody and I'm like, hey, like I could really use your help with this, like can I get help with it? And honestly, like that's just a lifesaver. Like just prioritizing yourself and your important tasks, placing boundaries, and just communicating and knowing when to ask for help are my top 3 tips. If you need any others, I'm here, because I am the queen of doing a billion things.
Okay, another thing, just like Jessica said, like place your boundaries. Like that is so important. And it's not like, don't place your boundaries once you're getting tired. Like think about yourself at the beginning of rush and think like, what makes me frustrated? What makes me mad? What makes me tired, you know? Because we need to know your limits so that we can help you. We don't want you to be frustrated because like you have your service hours or like whatever it is that you have to get done, or your school academic stuff. It might be busy, you know, and school is busy even without rushing. So like take your time, think at the beginning of the semester, like, what are my boundaries? And remember that this is all a way for you to protect yourself. Like, it's a way for you to protect your feelings. And remember that the future is going to come no matter what. Your deadlines, your exams, like events with us, they're going to come, and like, we're not going anywhere. We're here for you for the semester. And if you think you can't do it, we are still here for you. We have programs that we still want to talk to you with. Even if you can't join this time, maybe next time. We still care about you as a fellow woman, and we still want you to succeed in whatever it is that you're doing. So place your boundaries, think of your limits, and if you think of a boundary midway, or of like just something that is hurting you a little bit or might be stressing you out, like, let us know. Like, we all have our issues. Like I said, no one is like picture perfect. Like, we all want to help you achieve everything. We all know what stress is. We've done this game. Like, we're busy people. And also another thing is to like self-forgive is important too. Just because you can't make up an event, just because you didn't meet a goal a specific week, like Jessica said, like, don't punish yourself or belittle yourself. Remember that you are human and you can like do anything you want, you know? And just because you couldn't do it today doesn't mean you didn't want it more or less or anything. It's just take your limits and take your breaks. Because we don't want to see you feeling burnt out, you know? It's not like, oh, she's trying so hard. Look at her coming into a meeting with a fever. No, we don't want that. Like, take care of yourself, and then we can take care of the chapter, and we can take care of other events. If you can't take care of yourself, then we don't want you feeling burdened to take care of other things. Like, we still value you and love you as a woman and appreciate you, but take your breaks. We will never belittle or dismiss you because of that, ever. And if anyone does, like, it just wouldn't happen, you know? Like, we just care about you, you know, as a person. So like Jessica said, and I don't want to scare anybody, it's not to scare anybody, it's just protect yourself and take care of yourself. And then if you take care of yourself, then you can take care of other things. But first is you, always, no matter what.
Yeah, and I think just a little add on to that, to what both Jessica and Anna said, is KDChi, like, we always want you to put school and yourself first. So like, should you rush and you start to feel you feel pressure or stress from like any point of your life, like, don't feel guilty for putting your academics and yourself first, because again, we don't want you to burn out. We've all been there as well, so we'll be here as a support system as well. Okay, so our final question. So Carol, I'm going to direct this to you since you recently finished your new member process, but what advice would you give to those rushing?
So some advice that I would give to those that are rushing is definitely to like, don't give up. Like at the end, it's going to be super, super rewarding. So while you're going through it, just make sure you are very positive. You can do it. You might be busy, super busy with work and school and like academics and homework. But if I could do it and my classes just could do it online, you can do it also. And another tip, would definitely be to like really prioritize yourself and really write down everything that you have. Like if you have meetings, like or weekly meetings, go ahead and like put them in your calendar. Also, if we have like an event going on, go ahead and like definitely put it in your calendar. But like I said, it's super, super rewarding. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love everyone. And if you have like questions or anything about the process, like don't be afraid to ask. I had tons of questions. I would always like bother my big like every day. But if I had a question, like, and if I needed clarification for something, I would just go ahead and ask, and they're super helpful. That's why we're here. We're here to help you succeed. We're here to help you finish your process. So like I said, we love you. Don't be afraid to ask, like text, email, anything on social media. So yeah, that's some advice that I would definitely give.
Oh, another last piece of advice is to like get a cute planner. You're going to be planning a lot of stuff, and having a cute planner makes a difference. I know some people, I don't care if you plan on your phone, I don't care if you plan on a physical planner, but get something that you enjoy looking at, because you're going to be looking at it a lot. Get yourself your cute pens, get yourself like whatever you need that makes you have those happy little joys, because you're gonna be a busy woman if you rush. And there's nothing wrong with being a busy woman, but like treat yourself to small little things. Don't only work towards your big goals. Have your little things that keep you content along the way too, because that'll make it a lot easier.
To add on what Carol was saying, follow your gut too. Like, if something doesn't feel right, if you're uncomfortable about anything, please reach out to any one of us. Doesn't matter the topic, we will help you through it. And just take care of yourself.
And just lastly, adding on to everything that my sisters have said, just know that you can basically forgive yourself if something goes the other way, and you can also reward yourself. So I like to, for example, when I finish something, I like to have like little rewards for myself, such as, okay, Netflix time, or okay, going out time. But I put those just so that I know that I have to complete something, and then I can do whatever I want to do. So reward yourself and forgive yourself.
Okay. Does anyone else want to add on? Okay, well, pretty much everyone has covered like the advice part. Those are pretty much like the main ones that we give to our new to the girls who are interested in rushing, to our new members. We always, just figure out what's your limits. Just have that time to yourself, figure yourself, reward yourself. We're all in college. There's going to be those tough times. Let yourself feel your emotions. Don't suppress anything. Let yourself feel your emotions. And then, pick yourself back up and see what it is you need to do. But always, always, always forgive yourself and take care of yourself. For the most part, we're all pretty much big advocates for like taking care of yourself, mental health, self-care. And so like, that's something you don't have to worry about, like, being judged with us, because we're not going to judge you. Like, if anything, we're going to be like, girl, like, I feel you, like, same, like, ditto, like, so don't be afraid to like come to us if you're struggling, because like we've been there. We still continue to struggle sometimes. Like, it's okay. We're humans. We're going to make mistakes. It's okay. But that is the conclusion to our little Q&A session. We hope that you guys enjoyed it and that you got something out of it. And of course, if you have time, we'd love to see you at our events. But if not, we still love you to join our interest group me and just kind of chat with you. Reach out to us on social media. If you want to talk to us personally, you can always DM us on our personal Instagrams. They're somewhere on our UTD KDChi Instagram. And that is all we have for you today. Thank you.